teams in the nation set to square off and see who has the upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So North Carolina's offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've been proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Finds his man. It's Hawkins. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And the Tar Heels are in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get...
Oh, he's got some space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UNC!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Gators offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Now the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off play action on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Pocket breaking down. Got a man. It's Washington. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Turning it on. Crosses midfield. The 30. At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
And we'll have a shakeup in the Mountain West standings this week. Check this out. Air Force rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Falcon Stadium. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the Mountain West is right now, and man, what a difference.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He breaks the tackle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. To throw, it's Lagway. Spins away from the defense. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. They'll run this play from the pistol. He'll keep it himself. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They boot it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The short hands, it's Hawkins. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Well, the defense needs to find a way to slow this guy down. We're only in the first quarter, and already this guy has over 100 yards receiving. They have got to find an answer for him.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. Lopez wants to fire. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Finds his man. It's Green. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll convert on fourth down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't.
Big guy tries to barrel in, and the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Now on second down. to the air. It's Lagway. Firing deep. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the screen seemed like a good idea at the time, but they were fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, on defense, I think it just comes down to having really good awareness. You're watching the ball, you're seeing where it's going, you're locating blockers, and then defeating those blocks getting to the football.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Gonna look downfield again. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Lopez to pass. Bringing the heat. With the catch, it's Smith. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Tar Heels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Touchdown, UNC! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Gibson. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Gibson. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
You've got a 3rd and manageable backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Gets it out quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Escapes trouble. Got a little space. Short gain on the play before he slides. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Davidson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This time they'll go to the running game. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davidson. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Complete to the left. He's got the 1st down. Mark it at the 15 as they try to put up points before the half. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Firing to the right, complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He'll set up to throw. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Fires to the tight end. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
Let's just call it like it is. The 1st half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Tar Heels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keep it on the ground. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow,
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Gets the back moving. Lopez wants to fire. Plucks it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Offense gets set for second down. They go to the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and trying to stay on the field.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got it.
Touchdown, North Carolina! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over BYU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella, continue to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to him.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. Running through contact. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Richard. No sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. Corralled and brought down by the defense. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's 4th down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they get it.
They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Touchdown, Gator! Fired in from the red zone for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Taylor. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Send the tight end in motion. Power football with the run. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Tar Heels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Lopez to pass. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments. Touchdown Tar Heels! And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
42, Florida, 14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Gibson. He's got great speed. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. They'll try the run defense. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Back to throw, it's Tootin. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Courtney.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tar Heels can really attack on this second and short.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The RPO, it's complete. Touchdown, UNC! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over BYU. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The play action fake. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Florida. He got loose and it was lights out after that. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Got it in the middle. It's Courtney. Oh, what a move. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Looking for room. It's French. Makes a man miss. Turning it on. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
They'll ride the hot hand. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Tar Heels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave you nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So a drive there of 82 yards. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Tootin. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quick release by the QB. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Offense working from the pistol. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Walton. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire... Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff to the single running back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That's going to do it for me.